Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. And what's going to be an explosive video for today. We have a lot to discuss. But first, in my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/thebearablebull, I have just posted my most recent complete portfolio update that I think all of you need to look at that are subscribed over there. If you aren't doing so already, please take a look, as here we have to discuss the Fed rate cuts that happened the other day and what that means. Remember, in the market, I told all of you I heavily expected a market pullback after rate cuts and then a V-shaped recovery, and we recently saw one of the most explosive liquidations in crypto in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now geared up, ready to go, to have a beautiful end of September and into October. And part of the reason why I suspect altcoins especially to take off soon is, like BC Backer says, the Russell 2000 has set another all-time high, as the crypto market hasn't seemed to get the message yet. The crypto market has been suppressed for a long time, especially XRP. And in a recent interview the Black Swan capitalist had with Jim Willie, he discusses exactly how he believes XRP specifically is being stalled right before it gets unleashed, so that the big boys can accumulate more. If you don't believe me, please take a listen to Jim Willie.
Who else is under an NDA? Okay, I think what we've got now is a stall. The big banks are trying to accumulate XRP, and not just Blackrock. That's not a bank; it's a disgustingly corrupt private equity firm. They're going to tell Ripple, help us out so we can get a boatload of XRP under $3. We don't want to buy it at 7 or 8 where it should be right now. Can you help us out to keep it under 3?
Now, as he said that, my friends, we see Ripple and Blackrock take center stage. Ripple's partnership with Securitize will allow holders of Blackrock's Build and VanEck's VBILL to instantly exchange their shares for RLUSD, thereby preserving exposure to on-chain yield and other DeFi capabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a direct BlackRock and Ripple partnership. And this is massive because the Ripple stablecoin will be an off-ramp for BlackRock and VanEck's tokenized funds. This is why this is so significant. At the same time, the CFTC has launched an initiative for using tokenized collateral, including stablecoins and derivatives markets. And do you guys not remember that Ripple and RLUSD are about to tap into a $400 trillion derivatives market through Hidden Road, the DTCC, and everything is going to lead to the XRP perfect storm. It's no coincidence that Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, met with Caroline Pham, head of the CFTC, just as this announcement was made. And oh my goodness, I can smell the profits in my portfolio already. Now, that being said, my friends, I'm a big fan of this chart analysis by All In Crypto, and I want you all to take a listen at his projection of what a $19 XRP target could look like, as it seems very plausible and within the range I think is most likely to be the top for XRP in the not too distant future.
A asset to actually pull back, or a chart to find resistance. That's what it did in 2017. It pulled back. It then had another go at it, pulled back once more before smashing through it. I think something like this is what you're going to see once again. And this actually could take you to that $19.27 mark. We saw a move akin to what would get you there back in November 2024. We were positioned for that. I think we're positioned for further upside. So our price prediction remains the same. We've not really seen, or potentially are now seeing, technical patterns that may see us move to the upside. We have spoken about how potentially this could be a major cup and handle. And I can throw on screen a number of examples of cup and handles. It's a reliable pattern. It's really a story of trend continuation. When charts break into new all-time highs, typically they continue and will actually reach that target. I have done a cup and handle pattern for my Patreons, but we have looked at that as a possibility. We haven't given you the price prediction on the back end of that. We're really focusing on the more short-term one. Obviously, the cup and handle price prediction is going to be significantly higher than $19.27. But I want to focus on more the next 6 months or so. And I actually think that XRP, given everything that's going on, stands a pretty good chance of getting to the original price prediction that we gave of $19.27. So just like 2017, we ran into an all-time high, and essentially we are pulling back in and around it. The pullback, which we told you guys, or identified for you guys, if we drop down the time frames, was in the form of a falling wedge. And the falling wedge has been completed. You have ran or retraced the entire wedge, which is the kind of prediction that we give with falling wedges. It's a continuation pattern that occurs in an uptrend. Obviously, XRP is now in an uptrend. And ultimately, it's going to likely see an engulf of the entire pullback, the wedge, and then lead to continuation. Since we engulfed that and made target, we have now been pulling back once more, again in the form of a falling wedge.
Now, isn't that so interesting, my friends? That we saw rate cuts hit the world. We saw the pullback I've been calling on this channel immediately after rate cuts occurred finally happen. And now we are ready for an onslaught of price appreciation. Backs against the wall. Patience perseveres. You all need to be prepared for the next stage. There is no limit to this market anymore. This is the golden age of crypto. And here in this clip from the Thinking Crypto podcast, Tom Emmer lets all of us know digital assets will see massive growth when the Clarity Act becomes law. I'm waiting for it. All of you are as well. And I can't wait for all of you to see what's always been hidden behind the curtain of the crypto market.
It picked up a lot when everyone around the world heard Donald Trump saying, we're going to make this country the crypto capital of the world. It's a new day, and he's going to move everything forward. He wants the U.S. to be open for business again. Well, as soon as that happened, you started seeing stuff in Japan and China and on the other side of the Atlantic. All these different countries were like, no, we're the best. We are the best, and we will be the best now that we've got Donald J. Trump making sure that everyone knows that our goal is to be the best. As we started getting our act together, legislatively, not just his executive orders, but Genius and now Clarity. As we do that, Tony, just watch this place. There are so many innovators and entrepreneurs who want to be in the U.S., but they just, the way people like Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren and all these people treated them, the Biden administration. I heard a great comment when we had the first Digital Assets Summit at the White House. One of the guests said, who could have ever believed we'd be sitting here today in the White House? A year ago, if you would have told me this would happen, I would have thought we were more likely to be in a jail cell.
Yeah.
It's changed dramatically.
And ladies and gentlemen, the conversation happening on that day relative to where we are now is unfathomable. There really was a time where you even talked about crypto in a positive way and you feared jail time. Now, builders can build with the freedom to know that they will be warned if they're doing something wrong, as opposed to getting screwed over and sued retroactively. Donald Trump has suggested paying back the national debt with crypto. Crypto price appreciation, as well as the appreciation of gold, are going to assist in paying off the national debt. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the highest levels of government are telling you this. And you're still bearish because we saw a liquidation event. A little pullback in the market that we've been anticipating on this channel for weeks now. Due to rate cuts. These rate cuts will make us generational wealth. This is end game Federal Reserve System. And you're living in the transition. Going through the birth canal. This is where it hurts. But you need to double down and power through. I promise you, it's about to be worth it. Now guys, to cap off this video for today, please remember to get your offline hardware wallets to protect yourselves and your crypto with the Descent wallet. It's my personal crypto wallet of choice for the 2025 bull run, and it has the most options that the XRP army really wants to have. In addition, guys, I would highly recommend subscribing to Merlin, my favorite exit strategy app on the planet, helping you track your crypto exit strategy with great price target tools that I personally have been using to formulate my own. I have numerous cryptos I have targets for, and I use this platform to do the math for me. It makes things seamless and very simple, and I'd highly recommend getting involved. Now guys, as we prepare for profit taking, you need to have the tools in your tool belt in order to best equip you for generational wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.